Hey, before you keep scrolling, give me a minute to show you what I've done this past week. I taught Claude Genstyl speech, and I'm really excited to share it with you. Alright, so here's Genstyl. I have Claude running here on the side. And I've built this mocked dashboard with Claude so we can check what it looked like after the instruction. So this is what it came up with. It didn't have a bunch of features, but then I added them as I went through the refinement process. And then at some point I asked it to convert everything into a light theme, so it used the available color palette and all the primitives that I have defined in the design system for this particular style, and then based on those constraints it knows what to do based on your prompts. Here at the bottom, I asked it to make comment cards and a sidebar with articles. And then last night I thought, let's go for it. It's like a newspaper from the old West, and then I told it about hierarchy and contrast, even though it's just black and white, and this is what it came up with. Is it perfect? No, obviously not, but the nice thing is that you can go in, and then if you need to tweak it, you can tweak it, or ask it to refine it, or do a second pass or a third pass based on particular requirements that you have in mind. I want you to move that weekly traffic stats box all the way to the left. There we go. Nice. I want you to increase the traffic on Sunday to be the highest one. So that's these charts here, this chart. There we go. Can you lower the traffic on Friday and not have it highlighted? There we go. So all of this is it knows the tools that it has at its disposal to build a layout, and it just is context aware. So as a second test I can do, I want you to tighten the spacing in between the items for recent activity. So then it goes there, looks at what's available in the layout, and then it does that. And I find it amazing that it's able to just after 1 week of progress, it's able to understand the layout and then carry out the tasks and interpret the messages, because you're not telling it exactly what it needs to do, but based on the tools I gave it, it can do that. So let's just add something like I want you to add a new item in the sidebar. So I'm not even going to tell it what. Oh, actually it's going to ask me preferences. There we go, we have preferences. Can you make that one active? There we go, and instead of dashboard, now it's preferences is active. Let me try to add a new thing here at the bottom. So I want you to create a new section at the bottom, and in there I'd like you to design a postcard with image placeholder on the left and a nice message with address box and everything on the right. Please keep it nice and short, as if it were a real postcard. There we go. Let's see, does it do second passes? Yes, it gives more output on when it's done. And then I'd like you to make it breathe a little bit. It's a bit too cramped. There we go. I mean, it's just amazing what it can do. But yeah, I think constraints are amazing. Because it doesn't have to come up with everything from scratch. So it uses your design system, whatever primitives, color palette you have at your disposal in this particular style, and then it just uses that to come up with the layouts. So I think this is the big thing. I think just let it do the busy work. You can come up with requests that would be quite tedious to do, like creating all the nodes and layers and everything here, and organizing and giving them names and all of that. But you can just delegate to it, and you're just going to save yourself a lot of time. One other thing I noticed is that, well, you could ask it to write itself its own context in the directory that you create for it. Ask it to write a file and then keep track of your stylistic requirements for that particular project. So then next time when you load it up, it's just going to be aware of what it did before, and then also reference with the actual layout. So I think this is a huge time saver. The fact that you can look at the history and tweak things, and you're in control of exactly what happens here. So let's say I'd like you to delete it, and then my implementation of this was to ask the user for confirmation. As far as it's concerned, it did trigger the deletion, but it's up to you if you want to delete it or not. I'm not going to delete it, but that's pretty much it for this week. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested, visit my website and join the waitlist for Genstyl. Thank you.